Really my honor to have you today on Free Minds. So, I'm really inspired by your journey, and I really want to know, and many other aspirants want to know more about you. So, firstly, I would like to know, how you cope up your life with the COVID-19 and how you help the society today.
Yeah, definitely COVID-19 was a very big disruptor in everybody's life, and we never expected that such a thing would happen. Uh, Definitely nobody was prepared for such a pandemic to happen. But COVID-19, I would say, has definitely left many a number of scars on our face, but still we have been able to cope up with this whole situation and come out of it. And also we have learned so many things in the whole process. That's what I would say. And most importantly, I mean, having been part of the state levels committee to handle the COVID-19 situation as secretary and commissioner at that particular rank in Madhya Pradesh, I was able to actually first learn many things in a way as to how the state administration should handle such a pandemic. I was the commissioner, public relations department at that point of time. And the most important thing that we have been able to do is prepare a communication strategy for the entire COVID 19. In this communication strategy for the entire state, uh, we were able to prepare a strategy in a way as to how the stakeholders need to handle this whole thing. Stakeholders in the sense the entire medical fraternity, the paramedical staff, the frontline workers, the municipal employees or the district administration, the police personnel, the media and the citizens and public representatives, how each one of them has to understand this whole situation and then in turn tell the common man, the public, to actually behave in an appropriate way so that the during the rise of the COVID-19, during the stabilization period of the COVID-19, and during the receding period of COVID-19, how every stakeholder has to perform, has to actually handle the situation. So in the whole process, I learned many a number of things, I would say. And definitely, it enriched us in experience wise, but it also told us that we all need to be very, very healthy. We need to increase our immunity levels. We need to constantly work to ensure that we are healthy in a way, in the sense that we exercise, we take up our daily routines as far as health is concerned, like yoga, meditation, exercising, jogging seriously. These are the things I would say we all learned.
Yes, that was definitely a whole lot of responsibility. So let's talk about your journey, as like how you started preparing, why you always wanted to be an IS officer.
Yeah, this is a very interesting thing in the sense of I belong to this village called Basant Nagar in Karimnagar district of Andhra Pradesh, then now Telangana. So I was a good student definitely throughout the school. I was the topper of the class in school. In when we were in class 10th, our district's collector, Karimnagar district's the then collector, Mr. Banwar Lal, actually started a very interesting campaign called Akshara Ujjwala. That was an adult literacy program. And in this adult literacy program, each school had to adopt a nearby village and impart education, that is, ensure that whoever elderly person is there in that particular village, they are made to read and write. So our school adopted a nearby village, and being the class leader, I used to take all my classmates after the school hours to that particular village, and we used to go house to house, and gather all the elderly people who were not educated, who were illiterate, and we used to bring them to the community hall there. We used to make them sit and then made them to write and read. So in the whole process, that it was a 1 year program that that went on, and I was very, very impressed. All my classmates, we all had to do many a number of things to make those elderly guys read and write and make them literate. Dance, drama, songs, activities. We did many a number of things, and it gave such a satisfying. It was so satisfying for each one of us and me especially, and that is when I said that I'll also become IAS officer on one day, and I'll also become collector, and I'll also do things like this, and I'll also do many a number of social activities like this. This is what actually got into my head, and that is where when I decided that I shall get into a career of civil services and become an IAS officer. So throughout, I had a sustained motivation for this whole thing, and in the process, after my plus one, plus two, and then engineering, I was consistent in my approach towards civil services, and then I was fortunate enough to make it.
That was really great initiative taken by sir, I can say. So, like, how is your life right now? What all things are you experiencing? Did your life change before you become IS officer? Like, how is it right now?
Well, absolutely. Before becoming an IAS officer, the life was simple in a way, in the sense that uh, I was doing my engineering, and after engineering, I started preparing for many a number of competitive exams, including engineering services and many a public sector exams I wrote. I cleared most of them, and I worked as scientist with Department of Science and Technology for about 1.5 years before clearing my civil services exam. Actually, so life was pretty strugglesome actually, because coming from a very humble background, I had to earn myself. I had to take tuitions or home tuitions in Hyderabad, and earn for myself, and also prepare for civil services and take care of my younger brother and sister also. So life was definitely strugglesome, but it taught many lessons: endurance, patience, perseverance, and most importantly, stay motivated despite all odds, and still make it to the civil services. So definitely it was strugglesome before getting into the civil services, but once getting into the civil services, again, it is a responsibility oriented career. So we need to actually ensure that the government policies, programs, activities are done with all diligence and efficiency. So it is definitely again strugglesome after getting into the civil services, but it is very, very satisfying experience till now.
Yes, definitely getting into civil service is more responsibility, but definitely today, because of that, you are known as man's officer. So, like, can you list some of your memorable achievements in your civil service life?
Oh, definitely. I mean, yeah, last 20 years in the Indian administrative services for me has been extremely satisfying. And I had the opportunity to become the municipal commissioner of Indore in 2005-6. Then I went on to become collector of Singrauli, Sivni, Gwalior, and Indore. About 10 years I was collector, and had taken up many a number of issues. To say few of them, I would say, first and foremost, when I was PD ICDS in 2006-7, I happened to pen the one of the most successful schemes of government of Madhya Pradesh, that is Ladli Lakshmi Yojana. This scheme is, I would say, is one of the not only very important schemes, but has been very well designed. This scheme in the last 13 years has been able to ensure the birth of about 37 lakh girl children in Madhya Pradesh alone. And this scheme has inspired more than 15 states to copy it, and also give their own names in their states. And I'm very happy to say that this scheme has enabled the birth of girl children throughout the country. While I was Collector Singrauli, I did major land acquisition and rehabilitation to the tune of about 25,000 acres of land, that is about 10,000 hectares of land acquisition or diversion of government lands. And this has been considered one of the most successful land acquisitions, peaceful land acquisitions, while ensuring the rights of the evictees whose land was being acquired. That is when I actually first time happened to uh, be enlisted for this most prestigious Prime Minister Award for Excellence. Even though I missed it finally, but it is one of the most satisfying jobs, I would say. When I was collected Gwalior, I happened to actually do once again work on um, sex determination and female feticide, which was very, very rampant in that place, and had taken certain steps and started a program called Hamari Ladli, which was very, very successful. And then subsequently, the state government adopted and was implemented in most of the almost the entire state of Madhya Pradesh. It had a mention in the most prestigious Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao campaign of Government of India in 2015-16. And also, I did a lot of work for the in the disability sector, um, uh, um, construction of ramps, railings, and all those things, making Gwalior uh, disabled friendly. I got a mention in Satyameva Jayati of Amir Khan. When I was collector, Indore became the cleanest city in the country. And it is still continuing to be one of the cleanest city in the country. 2016-17, the journey that was started is continuing, and it's a journey, I would say, with public representatives, government officials, citizens, media, all coming together, and with sustained motivation, still Indore is the cleanest city in the country. So there are many such initiatives, I would say, that being a field officer and officer in at the state government level, it's been an amazing journey till now, and I look forward to do many more such things in future.
Yes, sir. You really inspired many people to be like you today. Of course. So, like, what is your like advice to younger generation today who are looking for the purpose in their life, or even our aspirants?
See, most important thing one has to actually understand, whoever is wanting to, especially those who are coming into civil services, I would say is what actually is inspiring you to get into civil services. Civil services is all about consistent hard work, being motivated to ensure that the citizenry who look up to us to ensure that we deliver, and we show them the right path. We ensure true beneficiaries are actually get benefited from the government schemes, programs, and policies. So it is very important to understand civil services is a place where there's a lot of hard work that you need to put into. So be motivated by the service itself. Service, it is an Indian administrative service, or it is civil service. So the very important thing called service is what you must be actually inspired to get into this civil services. If you are actually thinking on those lines, definitely this is the place where you should be, you must be, and you will definitely contribute immensely once you are in the service.
Yes, sir, definitely. Like you said, you were inspired first by a person to become a servant today, civil servant. Like we are also inspired by you to get in the field today. Thank you so much, sir. It was really an honor to speak with you. Thank you for giving me this chance.
Yeah, I'm sure this is going to be useful, and it's been really wonderful to talk to you, Samiksha, and all the best to you and everyone who is actually seeing or listening to this particular program. All the best.
Thank you.